did chat here? Oh. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
wait.
they ripped me
Okay.
because my phone internet isn't working.
Nice.
So yeah, France curses me once again.
Alright, so we are starting right now. It seems like it. So here we go. The first match of today is going to be one of the first loser bracket semi-finals. This one is going to be between Spam, between Razor, between Kappa, and between Coco. We have one player from France, one player from the Netherlands, one from Sweden, and one from Norway, which is of course Kappa. Here we go. The warm-up is starting. Let me show the map preview. This should work. Hopefully they won't lag on my stream this time, just like DMPL. But let's see. This should be showdown. Yes. All right. Yo, those map previews are lit, dude. Holy shit. They are
Yeah.
very nice. Holy shit.
Proper production quality.
Yeah,
for
they
a
are
top level
very
stream.
good. They are very, very good. Holy shit. Alright, awesome. So they work perfectly. Oh, finally, something works on my Twitch channel. Ah, Jesus Christ, dude. Like my OBS is like overloaded the entire time, and I don't know why. It's horrible. I need to figure that out.
Just too much Nelke for one cap.
Too much now. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, here we go. Warm-up is over. Let's start with the first round. And again, I'm here with Scotsman, of course, for the streams of today. Let's turn the volume sound of the engines a little bit up. Here we go. First round, following Spam. And of course, 6 rounds on each map. Let's try not to use the ghost this time. Alright, guess that was not live then.
Yeah, they had to restart it because the rounds per map was 5, but for this stage of the competition, we're actually up to 6 rounds per map now.
Alright.
So, might change up the map order a little bit, but that's about all it'll change.
Alright, let's see. So, we have to restart the matches. So, this is not live, of course. And it seems like that Razor is very confused as well. So, they are fixing shit on the server, it seems like it. Hopefully, they can fix it soon. So, Spam. I mean, he played pretty nice yesterday in the winner bracket semi-final. Let's see what he can do today. Let's see what Kappa will be able to do here. He's of course one of the defending champ. He's not the defending champion of the Gamers Assembly, is he? I don't know. I don't think he is.
GA 2017.
Yeah,
but he didn't. He got to the final of 2018, but
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that was a
of
little bit disappointing.
yeah.
He got a little bit oofed there, so that it's I don't know. Right, let's see.
It's a very interesting match to watch. I mean, all
Mhm.
players have had good stages throughout the tournament and hard stages throughout the tournament. It looks as if we're finally going to be getting underway again. The map order has slightly changed. It'll be interesting to see if that affects anyone, but we'll start off with the warm-up. And do we have a lovely preview for Takata?
Yeah, we have it as well. F5, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Alright, that was a preview. Dude, I like the previews. They are lit as fuck. Holy shit. They are very good. Alright, so again, we have Spam Razor. We have Kappa from the Sempi team. Of course, I think there are still 3 players of Sempi. No, 4 players of Sempi in the tournament, I think. Or did Matix be eliminated
We
already?
have
I'm not sure.
Kappa, Tween, Dutchy, and I think that is it. Yeah, Mathix is already out.
He's already out, okay. So we got 3 players left then. No, wait, we have Kronos as well, so we have 4 left.
Oh yeah.
So we have 4 left there, so that's gonna be very interesting to see who will reach the grand final of the Sempi team. I'm pretty sure that Tachi will reach the grand final if he keeps playing like he has done yesterday. So let's see. So the first round is going to go live here, following Razor from Team Q here, as we start the first round of the first loser bracket semi-final. Razor has the slowest start of them all. Let's see if he can get back into the pack after the first couple of corners. Ooh, Spam with a weird little mistake there, I think. Not quite sure what happened there, but he drops down into the 4th position. We see that Coco is in first right now in front of Kappa, who is holding strong as 2nd place, just in front of Razor. Now Spam, of course, he got 3rd in the winner bracket semi-final yesterday in front of Massa. So let's see what he can do in this match. Switching to Kappa though, as he is driving in 2nd place right now, overtaking that 2nd place of Razor. But he still needs to overtake that 1st place of Coco if he wants to get to 10 points. But I don't think that will happen. Coco is way too far in front of all the other players, and seems like he will stay there as well. Razor with a very bad ending. Whereas Spam is way too far behind though to overtake him. And that will be the first round here. The first place will be going to Coco.
Yeah, good start for the Frenchman. Coco and Kappa getting off nice there. Not the best of times to start us off with. We're expecting them to get faster and faster going through here, but we'll be looking to see especially Spam getting off to a better start here. He had a lot of trouble in his last match with the kind of getting edge bugs and having trouble especially at the start in this map. So I mean, he starts himself off well here, so looking to gain himself a bit of confidence going forward, going through this tight left-hander, dropping down, and he is fighting for first place along with Coco. Razor seems to have made a massive mistake and will be picking up a very little amount of points here in this round, but the battle at the front is Coco once again, however, participating with Spam here. Kappa trying to get himself in, as the battle for 2nd place is all the more important with this point system now. 7 for 2nd, 4 for 3rd. You can see Kappa's going for it here, takes a tight line, and Coco gets a little bit of a bump there on the ramp, and it looks like Kappa will overtake him and take 2nd, and our first 53 second time's been driven, with Spam getting himself the 1st place, perhaps setting a trend for how he means to go on, do you think, Nelke?
Well, Spam is of course very happy that he got at 1st place. I'm pretty sure he is. And 2 times 145 in the 2nd round already, which are extremely fast times, of course. 8.9 and for the 1st place, and 8.9 for the 2nd place as well. Let's see what will happen in the upcoming round though. Spam again with a great start here. Coco just behind him. Will overtake him though in the little transition there. Oh, it seems a little bit of a bump there for the Sempi player, who is Kappa, of course. This is a very close round so far. Razor right now is in it as well. He made a huge mistake in the previous round in the start, but he seems to be in it in this round. Where is Spam? Dropping down into that 4th position, falling a little bit behind. 1300s he is behind right now. Let's see if he can get back on the platform. And Coco with a huge ass mistake, dropping down into 4th place completely. And Kappa in the meantime taking over the lead, but never mind. As I talk about him, he clips the wall on the right side. This is between Spam and Razor, who will take that 1st place. So Spam coming closer very quickly, and Spam will take over with 6,000ths of a second.
So that's again a winning for Spam on this map. So getting himself a full head of steam to start off with, and it will be crucial in these sort of matches to get yourself going really early on. Don't get yourself in too much bother at the start. Going into round number 4, we actually have Spam in a lead by 5 points here over Kappa on 18, Coco on 17, and Razor on 14. But we're only in the 1st map, and again it will be 6 rounds per map on on this stage. So this match and the next one, of course, all the way until the grand final. So have 7 rounds, but big mistake there by Razor. Clips the inside. It's very tight, so it's very easy to make a mistake like that.
Coco.
Speaking of mistakes, Coco and Spam are down, so that's points being rescued by Razor. So he made a big mistake at the start, yet he can still pick up 2nd place. The battle is between him and Coco, and they have half a 10th between them. Kappa all out to sea on his own, up in the lead at the moment, but there is 3 points up for grabs here, either 7 or 4 for whoever gets 2nd here, and it's going to be Razor or Coco. They're both going for it here. They're both side by side inside each other's cars. I think Razor got better at the edge of that, and he takes it by 100th of a second, and again that's crucial because third place 4 points, second place 7 points, and that will actually mean that Razor now goes equal with Coco just by virtue of beating him by 100th of a second.
What a sloppy round for all of the players except for the Sampi player, who will take the 10 points, and that will put him in first in the scoreboard as well right now with 28 points. Let's see if he can continue his momentum here with taking more first places. Of course, he could take it easy in the previous round. Let's see what he can do when nobody will crash. Yes, not the early lead though. He drops down into 4th position. I was about to say he will have the early lead, but never mind about that. As Coco is driving in 3rd place right now, not as much speed as Spam as Razor though. Never mind, I take that back. He's pretty close still. As he was opting for the more inside line, and they're overtaking that 2nd place of Rage now. The Spam is back in the lead. We already saw him taking a 1st place 2 times in a row on this map. Let's see what he can do in this round. He seems to be driving in first once again. Let's switch to Coco. Spam with a very wide ending jump. But will he stay in 1st place? Coco coming closer quickly. But yes, Spam will take that 1st place. And he will take the 10 points.
Yeah, that was very close. I mean, you can see the rounds are getting closer and closer with the stages as they go further in this tournament. Of course, they are easier maps, so we aren't expecting to see so many mistakes being made by players. But as I say, that Razor drops down early and a kind of rookie mistake there, almost crashing in the first turn. But I mean, we've seen mistakes being made by players later on, especially through this start section, so you never know. We've seen Massa flying up to the International Space Station in his last match, but no mistakes, no bueno for us in this round. But at least up at the top we have 2nd and 3rd place. Actually, all 3 players up at the top here within 7 thousandths of a second going through that CP, and they are looking good. Going through here is Kappa, who is in the lead at the moment. Spam and Coco roughly just about inside each other here, but we have a 1 turn remaining. Coco actually overtakes, but will he stay in the lead here? He has good speed, so does Spam. Coco jumps too low. Razor does as well, but Spam takes the win, and Coco drops all the way down to 3rd and loses a potential 10 points and has to settle for 4, and this is going to be causing him some trouble. You can see Spam again extending his lead. He's up to 46 points after map 1, Kappa on 38, Coco down to 32, and Razor not too far behind on 28. But we move on to map number 2, which is Shogun.
So Spam, he should be very happy about that 1st place there. He's up to 46 points. Now let's watch the map preview of Shogun. It should be this one. There we go.
Yandom.
That's the ending of the map review of Shogun. Now let's take a quick look at the points. Spam is in 1st place, which he should be very happy about, with 46 points. Then we have at 38 points. In 2nd place it is Hampi Kappa. In 3rd place at 32 points we have Coco from the Gamers Origin team. And then in last place we have Razor with 28 points from Team Q. Now, what do you think, Scotsman? Will Spam, will he continue his momentum and stay in 1st, or will he be a little bit shaky on this map?
Well, we're on a new map, of course, and I have seen Razor and Kappa doing very well on this especially. So, I mean, the pressure's on Spam. He might not be able to rely so much on mistakes as what were happening in the last map. It is a slight bit easier, of course, a bit more unreliable for the players, but, I mean, we'll start off with a 1st round here, watching the current point leader in Spam and see what he can do. So, I mean, you want to get yourself off to a good start going through the section of right-handers going through here. You go for a few poles. I've seen a few players claimed by those poles and smashing into them, but we make it through without any casualties here at the moment, except Coco having fallen down slightly, and there seems to be a top 2 in Spam and Razor, and Kappa now actually trying to get himself part of it, but Spam again unfortunately gets some sort of bump there and gets crashing straight into the CP there, or the wall, or whatever miscellaneous block was in there, and we see actually Kappa dropping down slightly. So the battle is between Razor and Coco. Razor had to release there, otherwise he was flying off the track. So Coco now takes the lead. 10 points. Coco is going to be wanting here. Razor is close behind, however, and Kappa has dropped out of the fight for the top 2 positions. Razor going for it. He had a good inside line, but he will not get it. But Coco starts us off with 10 points with a 58.99. Closely followed by Razor. Kappa having to settle for 3rd place, and Spam eventually finishing in 4th. So problems there for Spam. I mean, not carrying his momentum as I'm sure he would have hoped.
Let's see, that was a good first round here for Coco. He will be moving up into 2nd place with that. At 42 points right now, he is tied with his opponent Kappa, who is in 3rd also with 42 points. And Spam, of course, still in 1st with 49. Now here, the next round here, again, all the players are close together here. Spam falling a little bit behind in the start. Let's see if he can survive the platform part this time, and if he can avoid the side of the checkpoint. Let's see what will happen. Here we go. He crashed here last time, and he will not crash last time, but it will be Razor who will drop down a lot, yeah. And 1st place right now is settled by the French player Coco in front of Kappa, who is very close by though, over the platform. Will actually overtake him for that 1st place. Where's my hotkey of Coco? There it is. As they are fighting for that 1st and 2nd place. Spam in 3rd, a little bit behind, 1600 he is behind right now. Who will take this 1st place? It will not be Coco, as he will drop down in speed. And Spam had a chance to take 2nd place, but has to drive backwards now, and he will finish again at last place. Very unfortunate for Spam, but he does not have a nice start into this map whatsoever. Again, it lost with only 3 points.
Yeah, so Razor and Spam dropping back early on in this. I mean, Razor did get 2nd place, but now he's got a bit more of a mountain to climb. But that actually means now Kappa is up to 52 points along with Spam. So Spam's bad start to this map is clearly costing him, but it also means that pushes Coco down. He is now in 3rd place here in the point standings here, so he'll be looking to push himself up, as this is lower bracket. I mean, this is your last chance saloon, so to speak. If you get bottom 2 here, you are out. It is as simple as that. Your Giants Cup tournament ends. You're resigned to sitting behind and watching other people play, as I have been doing the whole day, shall we say. But Kappa has dropped down early. He's again claimed by that tight section. It is very difficult. Unfortunately, Kappa does not manage to do it this time. But we have Spam and Razor up here at the top. So the bottom 2 in the bottom 2 in the previous round looking to pick themselves straight back up. But Coco, he must have heard me. He is looking for the 10 points here, and Spam with a lot of speed though coming back. There's going to be 3 players contesting it going into the final turn. Razor might have it here, and it is going to be Razor by 0.03 of a second and 0.03 of a second, or 4, sorry, between the top 3 players. So that was a very tight end by Razor there, but he managed to pull it off, and that is a much needed 10 points for him, and as well for Coco, as Coco now takes himself up to 1st place here, joint with Spam, and there Nelke has 1 point between 1st and 3rd.
Oh, this is extremely close. The only player who is being left out a little bit right now is the Q player, but still he is only 6 points behind the 3rd place, and he's only 7 points behind 1st and 2nd place. This is an extremely insane close match so far, and anything is still possible here in this match. Spam though in this round, not with the best start. Let's see if he can get through the tight section here. Everyone is actually able to get through the tight section as Razor drops down a little bit, dropping down into 4th, fighting with Spam now. And we see the Sampi player up in 1st place. Coco is just behind him over the platform. Here we go. Who will have the best platform part here? Every player is so close together. This is an insane round so far. Hopefully it will last into the ending as well, as we see Spam and Razor both not with the best line there. We see Coco, who is the only one driving away from all the players. He will be going again for that 1st place. Spam dropping down to that last place. That's Kappa and Razor. With horrible ends. And Spam with that lucky 2nd place. And he will be collecting 4 more points than he should have had gotten. Holy shit.
Yeah, I didn't even know where to look at that. There was just players flying everywhere, cars going off, cars flying upside down. It was chaos.
It
It was
was
madness.
chaos.
But following that, we now have Coco actually getting a lead here of 3 points, and the pack has begun to break up a little bit here. But we still have 2 rounds left on this map, and Kappa has made a big mistake already losing a few seconds, and has found himself quite far behind. So now we have a 3-horse race for the lead here. Spam having a bit of trouble through the start sections, but we have seen his mid to late section of the map can be very good. So we'll see. Oh, he tries to cut over the rooftop there. That is, again, that block can be a bit unreliable when you are trying to go full risk. So now Coco and Razor have the luxury of being able to save this round if they so wish. I mean, there is now 0.2 between Coco and Razor, so it'll be a question of whether they'll just settle for these points. As again, first and second place has such a big points difference to third and fourth. I'm sure these players will be happy with it, perhaps safing, just looking for the easy points. Coco will most likely take 10, and Razor will take 7 out with some fiesta at the end. But there we go. Again, perhaps not the fastest of times, but we managed to finish the round with Coco first, Razor second, and Spam and Kappa rounding out your field with some slower times. But there we go. Coco extending his lead even further now. He's actually 9 points ahead in the space of 2 rounds when he was joined first.
Here we go. Last round of the second map here. So we still have 16 points between all of the players. I mean, it's still a very close match, but the gap is extending a little bit, like Scotsman said as well. Right now into the last round of map number 2. Spam opting to take the lead in the first couple of corners. Razor will join him though. Here comes Coco as well, losing some grip. I think made a mistake. Yes, it was Kappa who dropped down into 4th position. Spam had to keep it together there, and he did. He almost made a huge mistake there, but it moves him up to first place. We see Coco dropping down. And he will be joining the last couple of positions here. What seems like that Razor has been dropping down as well. This is a very sloppy round for all of the players except for Spam, as we are approaching the ending line here. Spam is still in first place, but who will be taking that second place though? Razor is coming closer to Coco. Let's see what he can do in the ending. Goes for a wider line, collects way more speed than Coco, and will overtake him in the ending to get those 3 more points here. And that's a great round for Razor in the ending, as we are moving on into map number 3. Spam is up to 77 points now.
Yeah, but what happened to Kappa, man? I mean, 64 points now. He was joint first at some point.
Exactly. So next map is going to be San Silo. Let's get the map preview in here. That was the map preview of San Silo. We have one more map after this one, of course. 6 rounds on every single map for the grand final, which will be played at 4 p.m. CET will be 7 rounds on each map, but we are not even close to the grand final yet. We will have another loser bracket semi-final after this one, which will be on the same server. So stay tuned for that, of course, when this match is over. And then we have the loser bracket final, the final of the winner bracket, and we have the consolidation final, and then of course the grand final. But here we go, map number 3. Let's take a quick look at the points. We have 80 points for Coco, 77 for Spam, 67 for Razor from Sweden, and 64 for the Sempi player, who is of course Kappa, who won the Gamers Assembly in 2017. Let's see if he can get back to the top here. First round here. All players are close together, no mistakes yet. Spam very close into the wall there, but he manages to save it somehow, some way. Looked like he was inside of the wall in that corner. Razor dropping down to 4th place over the platform, but he's still very close by all of the other players. This is such a close round. Great start for the 3rd map. Razor has to release there just a little bit in order to not make a mistake. Spam losing some ground, dropping further into that third position. But in the top, it is Kappa and Coco fighting for that first position. Spam dropping down to fourth, and here comes Razor all of a sudden, taking over that first place, and Razor takes the 10 points. And what happened to Kappa? He dropped down completely. And Razor, with an insane ending, overtaking that first place of Coco. Insane.
Yeah, I mean, considering it was coming from what was near enough last position there, made a mistake and came all the way back and finished with a sick time as well. A 53.3 being driven at the top level here. And this map is slightly easier. There's slightly less tight sections. It's more just players risking more who are going to be making mistakes. And Razor does make a small error though. And Kappa actually getting all over the place.
That was very close.
Lines there coming out from our Sampy boy, and he does drop down early on. However, not by much. There's still space for him to come back here, but he has a plethora of players in front of him here. Spam up in the lead here. He has first place, has to go outside the pole though. That will cost him a slight bit of time, and Razor makes the same mistake again, going a bit too wide going through that section. And now we have Kappa and Coco in second and third, but Razor dives into that corner there. He will actually have some good speed here, so it will all be through the ending to decide. Coco drops down, and it looks as if the position might be set here. Spam going a bit wide though. Razor does as well. Kappa manages to steal a first place.
Oh no.
Spam and Razor making a crucial mistake there and sacrificing points, leaking points. And Coco doesn't even manage to take advantage of that, but that was a clown fiesta there, to say the least.
Oh no, that was horrible. That was actually horrible. That was not good whatsoever. Spam had the first place in the bag there, but he made a huge mistake together with Coco, I believe it was, who also dropped down into that third position from second. That was not good whatsoever from both of the players. Spam is not happy about it. You could see it in the in-game chat as well. He needed that first place, and now he's still stuck at that second position with 88 points. So still, he is still very close by into that first place, but he's still at second because of it. Now, first place at the moment is the semi player. Just behind him is Razor from Team Q, of course, and Coco in third. Spam not having the best round of his life here. Will move up to third place, maybe even up to second. Will overtake Razor as well. It's a very close round. They are coming closer to Kappa as well. And Spam once again missing it. But now Razor will miss it as well. 2 rounds in a row that Spam will miss the finish line. He was risking it to the maximum level of Maximus, and it didn't pay off once again, and he will drop down again a position with that.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this map costing players a lot of points just simply because of that ending, because they're trying a bit too hard for it. But I mean, with the kind of chaos that's going on in this map, we are seeing the points getting closer and closer. I mean, 13 points between first and last position. I mean, that could change within a course of 2 rounds, but we'll see if anything happens in this one, as Spam actually drops down there. A bit of a easy mistake there, which just went a bit too wide and clipped the wall, but that is easy to do when there's cars on. It's a bit harder to judge your spacing, so to speak, but we do have again a 3-horse battle for the lead here between Razor, Coco and Kappa. Razor gets a much better section through there than he did the previous rounds, and does join Coco in the battle for first. Kappa having a bit of trouble here, but not too far behind, still having this ending to go. However, Razor gets a good section going through there. Kappa is claimed by the wall, and will this ending throws up any more hilarities? It will not, as Razor takes with a 0.20. It's a sick time by him. Coco getting second for 0.3, and Spam third, and Kappa having to settle with fourth.
Spam actually almost again missing the finish there. It was very close. He had to adjust his line there just a little bit. It's 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds on this map here. What can the players do? The points are very close. 14 points between all of the players, which is still extremely close. Spam though dropping in the points a little bit. Only 6 points between 4th and 2nd place. Whew. I'm very curious to see who will be moving on into the loser bracket final. It can be anyone. In this round though, it is Kappa who will be taking the lead together with Coco. Where is Razor and Spam? They are driving in third and fourth. Great part here from Razor. He will lose some ground though to that first and second place and have to release right now as well, which will make him lose more ground here. Spam overtaking that third place. The first place is going to be between the French player and the Norwegian player though. Let's see who will take. It will not be the French player. Spam dropping down as well. First place will go to Kappa. Razor will take second place, and Spam again not with a great ending again. And he will only take 3 points, and this means that all of the other players will come closer to him. And I think Spam will drop down to third, but he will even drop down into last place because of that. But look at this, only 9 points between all of the players.
Yeah, it's heating up. It's getting close. They're all bunched up here. 9 points between all 4 players now. So, I mean, realistically, your loser bracket finalists can change within the space of 1 round, which is a bit sick. But there is still 1 more round to go on this map, and then we have our final map to go. So, Sincero, let's see what the final round will have in store for us, as Spam starts off with a blunder early on and does drop down. So we again have 3 players going through the remainder of this track. We have seen again a lot of players making mistakes here, and Razor is going to be our designated driver for the mistakes this time. But Kappa and Coco here looking to secure themselves some good points here. Kappa has fought himself back up through the pack, and he is looking to get another 10 points here. Kappa goes a bit wide there, but should still have it, and he does. Easy finishes for Kappa, Coco, and Razor and Spam managed to get themselves in. However, has to settle for 3rd and 4th position though. That will mean Spam, having dropped down to 4th now, will drop slightly further behind, and Kappa actually brings himself into the loser bracket final spot, overtaking Razor, but there's only 5 points between 2nd and 3rd.
Last map here. It's gonna be Homesick, my favorite map of all of the maps though. Let's get the map preview in here. Alright, that's it, and it seems like I made a mistake with where Kappa is from. I'm so sorry guys, I get a little bit confused sometimes when players drive with a different flag in front of their name, but just try to bear with me, okay? Anyway, the last map here, which is going to be Homesick. Now, let's take a quick look at the points, because this is extremely close. Spam dropped down to last place, though, with 102 points in 4th. In 3rd, we have Razor with 105 points. In 2nd, we have the Sampi player, Kappa, with 110 points. In the 1st place, it is the French player from Gamers Origin, 115 points. It is Coco. Here we go, first round of map number 4. The last map of the first loser bracket semi-final. Here we go, following Razor. As he doesn't have the best start here in 4th place. Still a very close round. No one made a mistake yet. Coco is opting for that early first place here in the round. Spam dropping down in speed and dropping down into that 4th position. Can he come back to the other place, into the hairpin here? Everyone survives it. The drop into the blue part, but Coco though dropping in speed and losing that first place to his opponent Kappa. Razor now fighting with him over that 2nd place. Spam still in 4th. He needs to have a great ending if he wants to overtake some positions. Will overtake the French player, who will make a huge mistake as well, dropping down in the rankings completely, and he will not collect a lot of points in this round. Here comes Razor though, getting closer to Kappa. Oh, it's enough. Wow. It is enough as well. 0.003 of a second. Once again, Razor with an insane ending, overtaking that 1st place.
And that's extremely important for him. I mean, that means he catches up on Coco. He's now only 3 points behind Coco, and he is 2 points behind Kappa. So Razor keeping himself in the fight for the lower bracket finalist spots. He is trying to keep himself for elimination here. Spam's dropping a bit further back, though. He is 11 points behind, but anything can happen in these rounds.
Oh,
and
Kappa.
look at that early on, a big mistake being made by Kappa. So his second place might be in danger here. Depends what the other players on the track can do, and it looks as if Spam, he is looking to get himself in gear. He is looking to go to Spam 2.0, what some might say, and get himself further in this tournament. He does not want to go out just yet. However, he has to go through Coco if he wants to get first place, and Razor, the ever-lying threat, is not too far behind. Only 1/10 between all of these players involved. Spam going a bit wide there. However, Razor goes a bit too much over the bubble and does lose some time. However, all players are close and anything can happen going through this end. We've seen a lot of players been making mistakes going through here. So Coco and Spam are right next to each other. Who's it going to be going through here? Coco takes it by 0.003 of a second. So that's 2 rounds in a row with 0.003 being the difference between first and second. But Coco this time takes the 10 points, denies Spam that little extra, although that will means he catches up. But between second and fourth here, we have 7 points. It's heating up, Nelky.
Oh my god, dude, 0.003 of a second again! But the first place will move in the favor of Coco, and Spam wanted that first place. He has 4 rounds left to make it happen. He is only 7 points behind that second place, though. So it is very close. We see Kappa not with the best start here, dropping down into the 4th position. Let's see if he can come back in the round into the hairpin. Everyone survives it, although Razor will lose some speed in it. Over the blue part into the left-hander here. Very wide line there from the Gamer's Origin player. Will be opening for some more speed, but he will lose a position with it instead. Here comes Kappa as well. He's in the mix for that 3rd place still. Who will take that first place though? Razor drops down. It looks like it will be Spam. He needs a good ending though. There we go. He will lose some speed to the other place, but finally Spam will have the 10 points and Razor overtaking that 2nd place of Coco.
Yeah, so that makes it really important again in this fight for the lower bracket finalist spots. I mean, Coco isn't too far away. I mean, he's not in safety zone yet at the moment. There is now 9 points between 4th place and 1st place. Kappa in 1 round went from 2nd to joint last year at the moment. So Coco at 132, Razor 126 are your current players surviving, but we have 3 more rounds here and anything can happen on home circuit. It is one of the more difficult maps. It is one of those maps where there is some sections of the map which can catch you out a little bit more, and at the moment the players are looking fine going through here. We're checking from the back of the pack with Razor here at the moment, who gets that section really well, really tight lines, and keeps a lot of speed and goes from last to first within the space of 1 section. However, going through the rest, we have our battle for first place heating up. Kappa tries to go inside, but goes a little bit too much over the bubble and loses speed. And now the battle for first place is Razor and Kappa. However, Kappa has slightly dropped back down. It is very close here. However, Kappa looks to have more speed and will take 2nd place. Coco having settled for 3rd and Spam in 4th, but Razor takes a crucial 10 points. That means actually Razor will draw level with Coco here, and Spam and drops even further down. Is now 10 points behind. Oof. With 2 rounds to go.
2 rounds left, and Spam needs 10 points to get back into that 2nd place. I think Spam, it's gonna be so difficult for him to move on into that loser bracket final. Will he do it though? He will move on into 1st place, but he needs to get the 1st place here in this upcoming round if he wants to get a chance. And he needs to finish in front of everyone. He will get taken over by the Sempi player though. And the Sempi player crashes. Kappa is out of this round, and that's good news for Spam. And for the other players as well. Here comes Coco though. Will we overtake that 1st place? Not quite yet though. Spam with a wider line will drop down into that 3rd position. He is still fighting with Coco for that 2nd place, who have way more speed than him. Spam will drop down. And he is, I think, out for the fight of 1st place. It is Razor who will take another 10 points, and Spam will not have enough speed to overtake that 2nd place. And Spam also says GG in chat, and I think he is right about it as well. I think Spam is unable to get back anymore, as well as Kappa, I think. Let's see the points here, but I think this is it. No, there's still a slight chance for Kappa though, but he needs a miracle. He needs to get into first.
Yeah, exactly that. He needs a miracle. He needs to win, and he needs Coco not to finish. And then I believe if it's a tie, it goes to the player who had the best position in the last round, and that would be Kappa if the impossible is made possible. But first things first, he needs to win this round, and he needs to win it quickly. But Coco actually seems to be turning the tables on him and hitting himself up to first place here. But it does look to be a close round. Razor crashes, but it doesn't matter for Razor. He doesn't need to finish this round to continue, and seeding is not so important. Spam has made a big mistake as well. Unfortunately for Spam, doesn't look like there's anything he can do either. Kappa has to go for it there, and he has to hope that Coco does something, but Kappa looks to be out here. He looks to be having his final round in the competition, and that will be it. So our loser bracket finalists from the first semi-final will be Razor and Coco, with Kappa and Spam being eliminated in the loser bracket semi-final in what was an extremely close match.